and me, we have the same resources as everyone has on Earth. Greetings. Hello, hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I decided instead of doing a video, tape video, YouTube live on your channel. Oh, that's me. I figured instead of making a video, I would just go live and make my next soap. I don't like this light. It's not gonna do anything about it. Wow, that's kind of really bright. Maybe I don't need it. Let's see what it looks like with it off. Greetings. Oh, no, let's leave that on. Okay, well, we'll leave that the way it is. I was looking at like, greetings. As you hop on, please take the time to put in the chat. Say hello. Oh, wait, can you hear me? Maybe I need to plug in my mic. Let's not leave that unplugged. Wait, I don't know if you guys can hear me well. I hope so. I am making soap. I am making, wait now. I'm making Merberry Musk soap. As a matter of fact, where's my, I needed to add a little bit more oil. Oops, there you go. That's it. As you're hopping on, guys, leave me a message in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I am making Merberry Musk soap. My name is Kamishita. This is Kamishita's Corner. I know soap studio. And so I'm measuring out. I already have my oils measured out. So when you're making soap, everything needs to be measured out by weight. So you have to measure out all of the oils individually. I just needed to add a little bit more oil. And it's important to measure out all the oils individually because the amount of lye that I'm measuring out now that I use will depend on the weight of the oils. And each oil has its own weight. So each oil has its own sap value or saponification value. Guys, can you hear me? Am I loud? If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me well. If not, I will have to make myself a little louder. But I hope you can hear me. And leave me a message in the chat. Let me know. Say hello so I can greet you guys. I can say hello back. Oh, thank you. Oh, gosh. I am horrible with I need glasses. Peach Polly. Oh, Lord, this is bad. Poach Polly. I need glasses. And not these kind of glasses. These kind of glasses you need when you're making soap because it protects your eyes. So I have my glasses on. Okay, so you can hear me well. I have my gloves on. I don't have on long sleeves. Really should be having on long sleeves, but I'm okay. Without it, I just measured out my lye. So how are you doing, Polly? So, okay. So the reason why you have to measure out all of the oils separately is because each oil has a different sap value because it has a different weight. And depending on the weight of the oil, that will depend how much of that you need, how much lye you need. So I already have my, oh, I forgot my, I'll be right back. forgot my water. So I set aside some water in the fridge because I wanted it to be a bit cold. You don't have to do that, but I'm doing it. I guess I'm making soap and experimenting at the same time. So I'm making Mary Berry soap, my Mary Berry musk soap. So I'm going to measure out how much of my fragrance oil that I need, so I don't have to worry about, you know what, let me put this under here. I don't have to worry about measuring that out a little later. And I'm using a different mold today. Yes, soapers can make a mold out of anything. So the other day, my daughter comes in the house. She said, "Oh, Mommy, you ordered pizza?" And I just had to look at her and smile and say, "I'm so sorry. No pizza. It's a soap mold." Anyway, clean pizza box lined with parchment paper. It's no longer a pizza box. It's now a soap mold. So she wasn't happy. I felt bad. Actually, I didn't. I did not feel bad. All right, so I'm measuring out my water. And I usually do a little bit of a water discount. Full water would be 380 grams. And me not paying attention did over more than what I wanted to do. I normally do water at 300. And I put a little bit too much, then I poured a little bit too much out. Oh. All right, so I have 300 grams of water. And then I'm going to add my lye to the water. You always add the lye to the water, never the water to the lye. You always do a little bit at a time. Be sure that you're working with gloves on. If you're using metal, it should be stainless steel, not aluminum. This kind of plastic is good. Silicone is good. Pyrex glass is good to use to mix your lye in. If you use glass, you don't want to really use this kind of glass. Not necessarily, even though this is kind of thick. I don't use this glass to mix lye. I would use, if I did it in glass, I would use this type of glass, this Pyrex glass. But I really don't like to use glass because, you know, I can be a little clumsy. Don't want breaking any glass and spilling it and glass bits and lye all over the place. But you always want to work with your vinegar nearby, because vinegar can, if you was to have a spill that needs to be cleaned up, the vinegar can counteract the alkalinity. So it brings the alkalinity level down to a safe level. That makes it safer to clean up. Sorry you guys are not seeing my face, but I'm live streaming on my computer, so I can't do both. Can't show my face, and well, I can bend down. Hi. I can show you a little bit of my face. But I'm used to doing my videos with just showing my hands and what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just showing what I'm doing. Let's see if I can get a little better view. Can't really get it any closer. So I am counting down to my trip to Meritah. Meritah. What is Meritah, you say? Meritah is another name for Africa. I shouldn't say another name for Africa. It's what we call, Chem people call Africa. Meritah, in the language of what's called hieroglyphs, what we call the Medu. Meritah just means beloved land. So I am just days away, and I'm really excited. Really excited. And I packed everything. Got everything packed. And then, of course, what did I decide to do? I'm repacking. Because then I gotta let me step back because I'm getting a little bit of fumes. You always want to work in a nice open space, and this is a big open space, but well, I'm not going to show you around. But still, I could let me open my window a little wider, catching a little wisp of the fumes. So you always want to work in a well ventilated area. If you have a fan works good. To help ventilate. I'm just moving back because I'm catching a little whiff. And I am going to just fan a little bit towards the window. Yes, so we call Ken people. We call Meritah. We call Africa rather Meritah. Or Tameri. Land that I love. Tameri. Either or. So I will be leaving soon. And this year, I always go to Ghana since I've started going to Meritah, going to Ghana. This year, I may do more than just Ghana. It's still not 100% what I'm going to do while I'm there. But I have somewhat of an itinerary. I definitely want to spend some time in Ghana in the central region by Cape Coast, because I'm considering getting land out there, and I would like to see what it's like to live out that way. So if you plan on leaving this area and going to somewhere else, anywhere in the world, before you up and just relocate yourself, you should always take time to kind of check the area out and see what it's like to live there. So that's what I'm doing. This trip is about seeing different areas and what it's like and having different experiences other than the ones that I've had on my past 2 trips. I will be looking into some eco type living. So I'm looking to connect with communities that do eco building. And if I can get my hands into the earth to help with any eco building, that would be really, really lovely. But if not, it's cool. So this is the last of the lye. Get that out the way. Now, when you mix lye with water, the water gets very, very hot. So I started off with very cool water just so that it wouldn't be so hot. But you actually don't have to do that, even though I did. You don't have to. Unless you're working with a liquid like milk, then yeah, you actually want to start off with frozen milk or any type of liquid that has a high sugar content. Then yeah, you will. You want to have that high sugar content liquid to be in the frozen form. You want it to be frozen because the lye will get hot, and then what will happen is it'll interact with the sugar and it'll actually burn the sugar. And if you're working with milk, it's horrible. Here's your horrible color, horrible scent. Doesn't really mess up the soap, but kind of makes it stinky, which I guess in a way it does mess up the soap. Because who wants stinky soap? Stinky soap. Stinky soap. I said that backwards. Who wants stinky soap? Nobody. All right. So I'm just going to mix this a little bit because I have shea butter in here. And I just want to break it up. Let's move this out of the way. Don't want to potentially knock that down. So yeah, I just want to mix this up. Just so that the shea butter is incorporated well. Now I'm going to have dual colored soap. So this one is Mary Berry Musk. I'm using, is this the right color that I want? The right one? Yes. My Berry Twist, and I'm going to use, it's going to be like pink and blue. My titanium ultramarine blue, not titanium, ultramarine blue. All right, so I'm going to get that, which I forgot to bring in here. I thought I had it already, but I did not. So I'm going to go get it. So I'm going to have a nice swirl of pink and blue. And I'm going to start off with a base with a little bit of white. Just a little bit. I was watching his YouTube channel. My thoughts on everything. He is so funny to watch. Well, not funny to watch. Not like he's the funny channel, but I like the way he sounds when he comes on, because you hear this guy say, "Hey, boys and girls, this is my thoughts on everything." And it's kind of hilarious because he has like this accent that's so distinctive. And you're like, what in the world is going on? Hey, boys and girls, this is my thoughts on everything. He's from, where is he from? Somewhere in the Caribbean. I like his channel. But how he starts it, it's so funny. And then the theme music is like, doom, 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 doom. So I have that. I was just listening to his channel. I got that going through my head. I got the theme music in my head. All right, so I'm just going to mix this in. There's no lye in here, just a little coloring. Oh, I should have did this in a clear, then you could see it better. I should have did it in a clear container. Oh well, too late. So now we are adding our lye. I don't want to mix this too much because I want it to be two colors, and I want it to be a bit of a swirl. That would be nice. So remember, the lye was measured out by weight, the water was by weight, all of the individual oils. This is a combination of 3 different oils. So each oil was measured not 3, 4 different oils. And each oil was measured separately by weight. And you can use any combination of oils that you like. You don't even have to use that many oils. You can just use coconut or just olive oil. You could use maybe coconut and sunflower, coconut and rice bran oil. Doesn't matter. This has a little bit of shea butter in it. So right now, I just want it to be emulsified, the mixture to be emulsified. And that's the stage where the oils don't separate from the live water. And even if I leave it, it won't separate back out. I really don't want a thick trace. Whoops. And I don't want to have water up in there either. I don't want a thick trace. I just want to see that it's not going to separate. And then what I'll do, so we're going to have blue and pink. And the blue, isn't that a pretty color blue? Look at that. Pretty. Beautiful color blue. You really need light like on the other side. Oh, I don't like the darkness. Then really the light is in the wrong place, but oh well. I need the computer to be on this side so the light is not bouncing against the screen. But you can see that color. Beautiful ultramarine blue. I love ultramarine blue. So I want it to be a rich ultramarine blue. And I want the pink to be a nice pink. I'm not going to add that in yet because I have to separate out. I'm just looking to see if this is going to separate. And it's staying together pretty good. I'm going to separate it first and then I'll add my fragrance. Okay. So I want it to be, doesn't have to be half and half because the blue should give a nice contrasting color. So really shouldn't be doing this. I really should have a separate spoon for the pink so that the colors make sure they do not mix. And here, that is, you don't want it to mix in the base. So this is very berry musk. And that looks like a really pretty pink. Well, I'll show you after I finish mixing. I will show you. Let's cover these. I don't want this to spill over or anything to drop in it. Would not want that. No, no, no. So I haven't been recording. Well, I did a lot of recordings last month and kind of scheduled them to go out. And then I just hadn't been recording. So I had to make some soup. So instead of recording, I figured I'd just go live. Why record? I don't know if anyone else came on. If you're new and you're watching, please just put your name in the chat. Give me a hello. Let me know you're there. You can also let me know where you're watching from. That'd be nice to see where people are watching from. It's always nice when you get someone that's watching you from a place where you're like, wow, I never knew that my videos reached that far. It's interesting. I don't want water to be up under the sticker because then it puts little bubbles in the soap batter. I don't want, is this leaking? I hope not. Yeah, spilled. See some soap batter on the table. Hopefully, this is not too thick. It's getting a little thick. Oh, I should have put the fragrance in since I was mixing the color. Isn't that a pretty blue? Look at that. I love that coloring. That is beautiful. Okay, so now I want to mix the fragrance in there. I'm not going to put this color back in here because I don't want it to get too purple. I'll put some more blue. Make it a little bit too purple for me. Get my spatula. Just mix this together so you can see how nice and blue this is. Let me show you the pink. Really hope this isn't, oh, it's not. See that nice pink color? So it's going to be like a pink and blue. And it's going to be in my makeshift mold. So if you ever have an unused, or maybe it was used but it was really clean at the end, it was really no grease, no crumbs and stuff all in it, paper box, but you're going to line it anyway. But if you ever have a clean, unused pizza box, you can use that as a mold. Just line it with some parchment paper or freezer paper. Makes a really nice mold. So I think I'm going to do in what they call it in the pot swirl. And that's when you take and you actually pour your batter together in the bowl before it pours out into the mold. And what that does is it mixes it, and then as it pours, it mixes again. So you don't really have to mix that much. I think I'm going to save a little bit for the top. Now I'm going to take my spatula and put it in and do a figure 8. Clean off my spatula and just pour it in the mold. And as it pours in the mold, it'll swirl together on its own. So you'll be able to see that swirling action. Try to pour that away from me so you can see it coming out. Oh, well, there's a good amount of blue. So I didn't really have to save extra on the top, but I did, so it's okay. A little bit more blue than pink. But it looks like it's going to be a really nice swirl. Now, because of how I'm going to cut this, I'm not going to really texture the top. I'm going to leave it as flat as can be. I'm going to bang it down in hopes that it continues to remain flat, because this is actually not going to be the top of the bar. I wanted to cut it the long way to create a different shape of soap, like a tall, skinny shaped soap, but the same poundage as all my other soaps, just cut differently, that's all. Just want to attempt to see how that looks in my new wrapping, because I'm going to be getting some new molds, and I'm considering maybe making the new molds like tall and skinny. So I'm just gonna, whoops. Okay, just bang that. And so you can see, I'm gonna lift you up. That's it. I'm gonna cover it and allow it to go through a nice gel. I thank you all for watching. I should have really cut that off. You know what? I don't want that to fall in. So it might be a good idea to tape that down so it doesn't fall into the soap. Thank you guys for watching me today. Yeah, I just went live because I decided not to. Oh, I was supposed to. I should have shared this with Facebook. I forgot. See, I am not used to doing this live stuff. Yep. So I'm going to leave this closed, and that's going to help contain the heat, a little bit at least. And this will also help contain the heat. So we'll go through a full gel, and we will unmold it tomorrow. Just going to put this back over here, and then I will clean up over here. Alrighty, guys, thanks for watching. Most of you will be catching this on the replay. Just to let you guys know, I started my apparel line. So I have my soaps that I'm selling, but let me see if I can move this. Yeah, so I have my apparel line. So I am selling Sensational Touch apparel. So just in case you guys didn't know that, letting you know, my link is in the description box below. So if you're interested in getting a Sensational Touch t-shirt or fanny pack or shoulder bag, we have bags. We have accessories for your phone, for the iPhone and for the Samsung Android. Phone cases, that is. What else do we have? We have a lot of things. So check it out. It's in the description box below. It's the link for the apparel. And see if there's anything you like. I have tights. I don't have any sweatshirts just yet, but those will come out, as the weather starts to get cool again, because we're going into summer. So we have beach towels, t-shirts, beach towels, bags, tote bags, fanny packs. What else? Accessories for your phone, and face masks, of course, face masks and leggings. So check that out in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.